criticism, it was a bit of a boring fight, but he has just beaten Carlos Longora, top 10 super middleweight. He was an underdog in that fight. Babic probably shouldn't have boxed tonight. COVID 4 weeks ago, wasn't probably fit enough, but nearly come unstuck. A very exciting fight. David Naika looked very spiteful. Jordan Thompson ready to step up now. Good wins for Rhiannon Dixon and Sandy Ryan.
But did he make the scorecards of the main event, Eddie? Because Chisora would have won some of them.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. I mean, I thought that Chisora nicked rounds because of his work rate, but he got put down 3 times. You know, so 116, 111, I think was one of them, 117. That's about right. Now, I can't see 114, 112 because, as you say, without the knockout, you give Chisora the fight, and I don't think that would have been right.
Babic and Bridgerweight next.
I think he needs to be. You know, and again, he wasn't the best Alan Babic tonight, but again, he's 10-0 with 10 knockouts. So we're all very critical, aren't we, of people who are winning. But the difference is you've got to win well and you've got to win exciting fights.
Last one, what's next, Eddie? Pandemic and everything, we're going ahead with the shows in January?
Well, we'll have to see what happens in January. I think it could be unlikely that boxing takes place in January. That's just my hunch, and no science behind that. But we'll see what happens over the next week or so.
Eddie Hearn, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, mate.
Eddie, Barrett, great win between tonight. Is there any chance of him fighting Kiko Martinez for the world title?
No, because that's down at featherweight. So, you know, unless unless Zelfa cuts off one of his legs, he ain't going to make 9 stone. But, you know, he's now positioned well for the Agawa fight. So is Joe Caldina, and we'll see what they do next.
Big win for Rhiannon Dixon tonight, and Nicole's charge. Of course, we work closely with them. What did you make of her
performance? You know, frustrating little period for her because she was supposed to fight in Liverpool, but need to keep her nice and active next year. And you know, she's a good young talent.
And big win for Sandy Ryan as well.
Yeah, spiteful. Good win for her. Naika looked great. Jordan Thompson looked really good. Good win for Babic. Lerone Richards, not the most exciting, but a great victory. Gutted for Jack Cullen to lose to Sergio, and of course a brilliant fight with Chisora partner.
I've heard news that they may be pushing back the Kate Taylor-Sorrell fight to end of April, May, is that?
Yeah, well it's always going to be April, but we're thinking about maybe pushing it to May, but I think after seeing her tonight, there's a chance that April could still be good to go.
Yeah, just in terms of the possible opponents for Joseph Parker coming up, I know you mentioned a few in the press conference then. Ideally, you know, the boxing fan, who would you like to see Joseph go against?
I like the Hrgovic final eliminator. You know, I think that's a really good fight. The winner obviously gets a big split with the IBF to fight the winner of AJ against Usyk. So, you know, it's a big fight. Wilder, Ruiz rematch, Luis Ortiz. Loads of fights for Joseph Parker, and he's put himself right back in the mix.
I don't think there is a loser in the fight, really. Both guys gave great.
Well, there was a loser. It was Dereck Chisora.
You know what I mean in terms of the stock, though. Because Chisora's
stock, you know, but everyone respects Chisora so much that his stock won't go down.
Exactly.
You know, and I think, like I said earlier, when you talk about fighters going out on their shield, he is the epitome of that. People can talk about, I'd rather get knocked out than get beat, but he is that guy. And that's why you saw the crowd that you saw tonight, the atmosphere, and people have got a lot of respect for him.
And like you mentioned, Joseph Parker started showing more spite, more aggression.
Yeah, good punch, very hard. I mean, I don't know how many uppercuts he hit Dereck Chisora with, but you know, it was probably 30. But you know, a big win. He's put himself right back on the world scene.
Eddie, how much does Deontay Wilder versus Chisora excite the potential build?
It does, but you know, I mean, as I said, all Chisora's losses have come at elite level. So, and Deontay Wilder is an elite. Listen, Chisora can beat Deontay Wilder. He hits him with a big shot. I tell you what, if that fight goes 4 rounds, Chisora wins that fight. But he's got to get past 4 rounds, and that's going to be really dangerous against someone that punches as hard as Deontay Wilder.
Is it possible of taking Chisora to the US?
Yeah, maybe. Look, I think we're all talking about his next fight. I mean, he just got beat in a really tough fight. He went down 3 times. So let's give him a nice Christmas.
Congratulations on your 44 shows.
Thank you, mate.
Just quickly on David Baker.
Yeah.
What is his future? Because there was a legal fight in as well.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, look, obviously the opponent needs to be better, but he's still learning. He's still a novice in the pro rings. But looked great, very spiteful, obviously talented, Olympic medalist, so has a big profile as well. Great trainer in Andy Lee, if that relationship continues. And I'd like to see him, you know, back on a matchroom show early next year.
And how superhuman is Chisora as a fighter?
I mean, Parker was punching really hard tonight, and he's not thrown with those kind of intentions for a long time. In fact, he's almost looked a little bit gun-shy. But when he's sinking them in like that, you know, Chisora's got an amazing chin, and you know, I can't believe the fight went 12 rounds. You know, after the 3rd round, I thought that fight was over. So big respect to him and big respect to Joseph.
Eddie said yesterday, last night, he always talked to Team Broner about the possible fight on event. Any news for us?
Yeah, I spoke to him last night. You know, he talks about 135 and 140, and I sort of said, "You sure you can make 140?" He's like, yeah, he sounded really focused. So talks continue. I think he may want to fight first at 140, February, March, something like that, and then see if we can make the Conor Ben fight. But we'll see.
What's the situation? Is he still with BBC?
Doesn't, I mean, I don't believe he has a contract with anyone. Well, he doesn't. Yeah, so no.
And it should be easy enough to make that fight.
Easy enough if you got the money.
And Eddie, can we see Chisora against Pulev number 2?
He should have won the first fight, really, Chisora. But yeah, possibly. I mean, it all depends how much money he wants. You know, we paid him very well for the Joshua fight, so we'll see.
What do you think of Pulev?
Good guy, good fighter. You know, exciting still, and a very tough man.
And then face Joseph Parker next.
Maybe. If he's out of the triad or whatever it's called.
I've got time for one more each. And then we're going to have to move on now.
Would you be interested in signing Adrien Broner regardless of this content situation?
Yes.
Do you think it's going to be possible, or do you think the money?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's approached me for me to sign him, but it's all going to come down to money, as always with AB, about billions. It won't be about billions, but it'll be about millions.
Actually, someone else that is looking to get signed up as Linda North. It seems like he's going to be between three. Is that someone that you?
Yeah, I think he's signing with Probella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick prediction on the YouTube fight tonight.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that. Tyrone Woodley, I don't think he's fit or in shape. I mean, actually, let's not say he's not in shape, because I don't think we can comment about that. But not in the shape he was, obviously, for the first fight. So I actually think Jake Paul would lost Dodge.
Eddie, what did you make of the, it's a bit controversial at the end of the Jake Cullen fight, the celebrations in the ring, what did you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, look, the guy has come over here, he's been booed into the ring, he's never boxed in an environment like this before, he's got a bit overexcited. It's difficult because when someone gets knocked out badly, that's when you've got to shut your mouth and just sit there. Body shots are a little bit different, you know, so we knew Jack Cullen was going to be alright, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I've never seen someone celebrate press-ups. Mostly, it's when someone loses, they do press-ups to prove they're okay to continue. But he was, you know, it was a great fight, and Cullen was doing great, but obviously, body shot ended it.
Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury, is that looking likely for Cardiff in April?
Yeah, maybe not Cardiff, but I think March you'll see that fight.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from Title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.